Victor Rodriguez. He's got a very small window in which to talk with us. Today is McAllen City Commission meeting day, so it may have something to do with that. Thank you, Chief, for joining us. What's up?
Not a whole lot, yes. I'm over at the meeting, but I stepped away. Go ahead.
What? I don't have a fancy question. What's this whole story from your point of view, from the McAllen police point of view?
I'm sorry. You're asking me about the.
Well, let me say I don't want to do a he said, she said, but the DA says, look, I didn't get the dash cam video. I didn't know. He said, I didn't see it. I never saw it. I don't know what the procedure is. He assumed that the police would send all the needed evidence with the information when it came over to the DA's office.
Oh yes, they know what evidence we have in every particular file. The DA has access to every piece of evidence we have in every particular case that's filed with him. But that's if we're going to go down that path, it's not a problem. All he's got to do is refile this case.
He says he made a plea deal with Judge Longoria to knock it down to
speeding, and she was
speeding,
fined
which
$500.
is what the initial stop was for speeding, and a fine of $500, and it'll be in municipal court.
Well, I mean, it's not final yet. He can go in there and retract it. It's you got 30 days to make this final. So I think he should consider going in there, withdrawing that, and refiling this case.
Because I was told, and I don't know if it's true or not, that you just cannot charge somebody twice for the same case. But now it's sounding to me that you can do that. You have 30 days to refile a charge.
If this was dismissed by a prosecutor, then yes, he's got an option of refiling this case.
Yeah, the original, if I remember right, the original DWI charge was dismissed on the request of the prosecutor's office for lack of enough evidence. But that was part of a this is what he told us on Friday. He says today, I made a deal with her to knock it down and just speed it.
That's the changing story once you're able to pin this down. But regardless of the fact, everybody that's got a little bit of sense knows that a prosecutor, especially the prosecutor in our county, and has access to not only every ounce of file that we have, but everything that file reflects to. So deniability is not an option about that, as far as I'm concerned. But if they want to assume that, then I ask simply, okay, well then go refile the case now that you know different.
Again, I don't want to do a he said, she said, but what he told us was he didn't want to undo a deal. He'd made a deal and he was going to stick with it.
Well, that's his problem then.
What's the practice of the McAllen Police Department when it comes to transferring evidence? How much evidence to the district attorney's office for
any and all evidence is reflected in every case file. And when a prosecutor, and typically it would be a prosecutor, someone working for him, as he or she prepares to prosecute a case, then they review all the evidence with our investigators. They've not ever come close to preparing to prosecute this case. So they didn't do that in this case, and therefore they're trying to go up this tree. But the fact is that the file will reflect all evidence in the case.
Is there the DA's office has prosecutors assigned to different courts, and that's what they practice in, unless he's changed that. And I would assume that's true in.
It's irrespective of what court it is. I mean, that's the process.
Yeah. Do you have? Do you know who you all deal with in that court? Who the assistant prosecutor?
No, sir. But again, this is not prosecutor or court particular. That's the process we subscribe to. And a file, once it's filed with the district attorney's office, reflects obviously all the arrest matter, all the arrest information, any and all evidence we have associated with that particular case.
That's a matter of practice. All that stuff goes over.
Yeah, everything in that file, everything we know about a file is reflected in that case file. So,
what's going on here? You think?
I'm not going to go there. I'm just telling you that trying to say I didn't know it's not a valid claim as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And if they want to make it a valid claim, then I simply ask you, okay, well then go refile your case.
Refile the case.
Anything that we didn't ask you that we should have?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not complex. This is not rocket science. I think everybody sees through this. So everything else I think is just getting in the weeds of something that we probably shouldn't be. I mean, everybody sees through this, and so long as that's the case, and they understand that they know what we have.
Do you think this issue is bigger than what the people are making it, or is it going to be a big issue like months from now?
I don't understand your question. What do you mean by?
Like, do you think that time is going to, I guess, say time heals everything. So given a few months, no one's going to remember this case. It's not going to be a big deal anymore.
Well, I don't know. Things tend to move up. You know, we have a new DA coming up. Maybe he wants to bring it up and refile the case. I'm not going to try to put this on anybody's plate, but don't dump it on us. I mean, this is something that's been done by them and only by them, and we have absolutely no role.
Yeah,
we work in a system where we have to defer the prosecution to the district attorney in the county. This is a call that he's made. We don't like it, but obviously we have to abide by it, and we move on. This is just the way it is. We cannot get stuck on one case and not work beyond that. We've got to move forward. But if he's going to assert that prosecutorial discretion, then so be it. Call it as such. Don't try to dump it on somebody.
Yeah.
Chief Victor Rodriguez, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
He is the police chief in McAllen.